you came to LA from New York,
Yeah, I was living in New York at the time.
and you were playing music there.
Yeah, I was playing in like a bunch of clubs, like the Blue Note and
Yeah.
all of the Iridium and Smalls, and played uptown and just working the scene.
Damn. And then you just decided to move to LA.
Yeah, well, I was working with my friend Blake.
Oh, right. So,
I was working with my friend
Yeah.
Blake Hanley, and like we were working on an album, and he got me a flight out.
Yeah.
And like he had got into this Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Live Nation had this Battle of the Bands,
Yeah.
and we won.
That's crazy.
And we were developing music and recording music, and like we were going to do a run, and some pretty cool stuff like that. And we shot like a bunch of videos and recorded tons of music, and that was my introduction to LA.
Damn. That's amazing, man.
Mm.
So what was it like working with Mariah Carey? How was that experience?
Oh man, she was so pretty.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like, she was just very sweet and nice. It was the opportunity was given through a friend of mine from New Jersey, Eric Hudson.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
he's a 3-time Grammy Award winning producer, phenomenal musician.
Yeah.
And a really good friend of mine. And he at the time I was trying to transition into that world and get some placements. And of course, you gotta hit him up, because it's like we're from the hometown. So I hit him up, and he was like, "Yo, I got you."
Yeah.
And he had me, and he gave me the opportunity, and he introduced me to Mariah, and she shook my hand, and it was just like the prettiest, woman in the world, just shaking your hand. It was just incredible, because it's like, I grew up watching her and looking at her sing, and it's just like, yo, like this is like,
damn.
it's like it's like meeting Jasmine from Aladdin.
Oh,
it's
shit.
like it's like epic like that, bro.
Yeah.
It was very epic.
It's for real, man. Yeah, like a mystical figure kind of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
That sounds awesome, man.
But yeah, I got that opportunity, and he gave me the opportunity, and I took full advantage of it.
Yeah.
And it's just the rest was history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh man, it was super fun, dude.
So when did you start getting into, like, you might have told me before, but what age did you get more into producing?
Like around the time, like, I had to be like 18, 19.
Okay.
And I really started taking it serious, because I knew that I could play the keys, right? Because I could really only play in C.
Yeah.
So like all the musicians that know, like, I could only play in C, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I can create a beat. I can make beats. And I was living with my grandmother at the time, and a neighbor had like a setup where he was like making beats. And like I would go over to his house every day, and just like I fell in love back with the idea of it. And
that's crazy.
yeah, I got my own keyboard, and I started getting my own little tools and stuff. I started saving money, and I got my equipment, and I started
just
officially
making
beats.
Yeah. Okay.
And then before I got the equipment, I don't know if you guys remember, like there used to be this program where you can make beats on the PlayStation. And it was like a beat maker kind of program back then, like where you can actually like formulate beats and pull,
on PlayStation
and drag samples into it. I'm probably a lot older than you guys, but you know what I'm saying? Like there was.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, there was. I don't remember what program that it was, the name of it, but it was a way that you can make the beat on the PlayStation. And that's what we were doing. And like that's what I got into it, and I was like, okay. And then I started like making like little tapes for the homies at school.
Yeah.
Like, yo, check this beat out, check this beat out. And like, the homies were saying like, yo, you dope. And because I like hip hop, so I knew how to make those type of, you know what I mean? I knew how to like make that.
Yeah.
So, and just like a little like sprinkle piano and stuff, and just make a beat.
That's crazy.
Damn. And it just started from there, like, and that was like around, from like 14, 15, 16. And then like I started really focusing on the drums because I wanted to, like, you know, everybody, like, the older guys were, like, touring and stuff, so I wanted to, like, do that. And so then I started focusing on getting really, you know, more efficient on the drums. And then I was like, all right, so I got this, so let me try to perfect this producing stuff, because it's like, if I get an opportunity, I want to be just as dope as, you know, with that, you know, as I am with the drums.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was just doing a lot of thinking.
Yeah. So then, like, so how many albums have you released?
I released one full album and one full EP. So one album with 10 tracks, and then one EP with 5 tracks. The full album, the first album was my debut album, which was entitled Unbreakable.
Yeah.
And that had 10 tracks on it.
Yeah, man.
And then
sounds awesome.
A follow-up EP from that was another drum venture called Keeping Time.
Yeah.
And then I released like 2 singles in between that time. And now I'm coming back again with a full album with 14 songs and another EP with 5 songs.
And those are all kind of in the last, like, couple years, right?
Yeah, like, actually, like, over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just been working.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, putting.
They sound really rich.
Thank you, man.
Like, lots of different styles and stuff.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I've just been the beast that's been caged, and like, I just kind of, because, you know, there's so many things always holding you back, and like, you get into that space where you care what people gonna say, and, you know, when you're not, and then it's like you're worried about if people gonna support.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not doing what everybody else is doing. It's like, fuck, like, who's gonna pay attention to this? But
for real.
Yeah, like, after my mom passed away, I just was like, fuck this. I'm putting out music. I'm putting out my own shit.
Dude,
if you rock with it, you rock with it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
Simple.
Dude. That's crazy, man.
Do you rock with it? You like your music?
I love my music. I love my music. I've spent a lot of time, a lot of depression, and a lot of emotion. And not just depression, but just different other emotions, but definitely depression.
Yeah.
Because, like, when things are not going right, and when you're when you're really good at what you do, and you're just such a great person, and opportunities are not coming because, you know, it puts you in a space. Yeah. So a lot of that music was created out of pain.
Really?
A lot of that music was created out of pain. A lot of the music was created out of frustration.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're waiting for opportunities and people making you promises, and it's like, and it's like,
I'm just gonna make my own thing.
I make my own fucking thing.
It's hard work.
And then it's like the biggest slap in the face is like where there's opportunities for you that you know you can have, and then other people get them and it sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
That's the most hurtful feeling, because it's like, man, but I just had to get to a place of maturity and learn that like my time is coming.
Yeah.
And I had to get to that place, but I created great music in that time.
Yeah, man. The reason I asked is, like, I feel like so many, like, instrumentalists, like, they just put out music so it's like a portfolio to get hired for other gigs.
Yeah.
You know? But,
well,
like,
it wasn't about that for me. It was like, for me, like, I felt like, you know, I started, like, understanding that I'm talented.
Yeah.
One. So it was one, as a man, like, you know, I didn't have the proper father figure.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, my mom, like, we spent a lot of time apart because she had to provide and wear 2 hats.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't really have no one to be like, yo, this is how you gonna structure yourself. Yeah. You're gonna be great. The world is, like, I didn't have that push. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, you have people telling you stuff. But it's a difference when you have a push.
No, I'm in the same boat. I was raised by a single mother.
Yeah.
And, like, she was working all the time. So it's like, it kind of forces you to be more independent.
It forces you to be independent and to formulate your own thoughts and figure out who you're going to be.
But sometimes a little guidance is nice.
Yeah, guidance is needed. Yeah. Guidance is needed. It's always needed. But it's nice. It's nice when, you know, to have that structure. Yeah. It's just great. It's really great. But for us that don't have that structure, like I said, you have to figure out who you're going to be. Exactly. You have to figure that out. And that's a lot of pressure on you when you should be figuring out other things.
No. You know? And sometimes, like, people be wanting a certain type of thing for you to be, and you're like, I don't really want to do that.
So like once I got to the point, and then once I realized like life was what it was, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for real, and this is what I want to be. And like I was telling, we were talking about it earlier, like I screwed up in school because I focused on only the drums.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
School didn't interest me. You know, I was always intelligent and smart and could articulate, but it just I want to do music. I want to fucking play the drums. I want to produce. I don't want to I don't want to be here sitting in this.
Wasting my time.
Yeah. I feel you though. I mean, it's true though. You know, I mean, it doesn't account for everyone. You know, like if you're thinking about drums, like that's what you should be thinking about.
Yeah. Do you feel like musicians like always like are thinking about I could be like practicing or I could be doing something. My time could be spent doing a lot better.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You could make like a meme out of that.
Yeah, and it's like it's depends on you. It's like how bad you want it.
Exactly.
You know, it's like music just was a knowledge that I wanted.
Yeah.
It was something that I wanted to know. I wanted to because I'm so turned on by it. I'm so inspired by it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know all the ins and outs about it.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we were talking about earlier, like my goal has been to, you know, to become like a musical encyclopedia.
Yeah.
From playing the drums, playing the keyboard, playing the bass, to knowing a whole slew of records, to knowing a whole slew of samples, and it can identify samples, and like knowing how to produce and knowing how to program and know like every facet of it.
Yeah.
Like that's all I think about, and that's all I have interest in.
Would you rather be someone who is only allowed to listen to music and not allowed to play it, or someone who's only allowed to play music with other people but you can't listen to the classics?
Yeah.
How would that work?
I don't know, but like sometimes I'm like I'd rather listen, dude. Like it's kind of weird. Like I just like that shit a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and you learn so much more from the listen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We were talking about. I was asking about his practice routine, and he said like, and now it's so much listening.
Yeah. No, seriously.
And 75% of my practice
that
is
easy
listening.
to overlook.
Yeah.
Right?
Like lately, I've been my practice. Oh, this just ran out of not battery, but like memory.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't these two.
Yeah.
But I was saying like. I feel like right now, like my entire practice routine is like learning like all the little idiosyncrasies, you know, like like patterns, like I can't even describe it. Like I've been going through like a Prince phase.
Yeah.
Really?
And like I listen to Prince, like I'm like, oh my god, there's like 5 guitars on this.
Yeah.
And being able to like hear that.
Yeah.
Decipher and shit.
Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of shit?
Yeah. I just why not, you know?
I mean, people like Prince, like those are people that were like jewels that we were blessed with, like incredible minds like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the stuff that he was creating, like, I mean, Jimi Hendrix, like those ideas that he was putting in the universe, bro.
And it was not done before.
It was.
Yeah, how many Princes do you think there are that just don't get the opportunity?
I mean, it's only really one. I mean,
don't
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are probably some beasts now. There are probably some amazing creators now.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like at that time, there was none. Like no one was thinking like that, and just
pushing bounds and shit. You guys
That's crazy, man.
You guys want to play?
Yeah, we can
jam out,
and vibe, and you know, and
How do you guys know each other?
Yo, so cool thing. Like from my perspective.
Yeah.
So like I Instagram. Oh. So we met on Instagram, right?
No way, dude.
And like, you know, I was like I'm one of those people that have that story, like, yeah, you know, I've worked and done all of this stuff before Instagram, and you know, so you know, I was one of those people that was in that space, right?
Yeah.
But then I quickly realized that that is a bunch of bullshit. And Instagram is an awesome way to fucking like meet people and connect and really like, you know, create new relationships, right?
Yeah.
So I started putting up drum videos because I'm like, all right, I don't really have the strongest social media follow as a drummer. There's people that know me and know of my professional work, but like I don't have that media presence to where people could be like, oh yeah, I know you from the.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just got in the space where I'm like, I need to build this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like,
I feel
he's special.
There's so many facets.
He's special because I didn't mean to cut you off, but he's special because in the process of doing that, I'm building an Instagram page from 0 followers.
Yeah.
Jordan was the 100th follower.
No way,
oh yeah, dude. I remember
Jordan
that.
was the 100th follower.
Yeah, and then you were like, hey, man.
And I was like, and I hit him up, and I was like, yo, man, it really means a lot. I was like, dude, I got my own line. Look, I got my own line of sticks, bro. I'm gonna send you some sticks, and I'm gonna send you my album.
They feel sick.
I'm like, I'm gonna send you my album, and I was just trying to like develop, you know, just you know,
that's sick, man.
Yeah, that's where that came. That's what from my end. That's where that came.
Yeah,
from. And then like over time, Jordan he puts up content where he's playing the drums. And I'm like, oh shit, like Jordan can really fucking play. Like he's killing, straight bebop. You know, just very tasteful and just clean cut, and like. Just every day we putting up videos and just hey dude, your video's killing today.
Yeah, dude, this guy puts the most on social media.
Like yo, he's hitting me. Yo, your videos is killing. Yo, I'm hitting him. Yo, your videos is killing.
Dude.
So we going back and forth, and we just
Dude, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, we hanging. You know, we in a good sunny California, smoking some good OG Kush.
Doesn't get much better than that.
And just vibing, bro. And then,
man.
you know, me and you, we're vibing. So it's just like,
Dude,
it's just a vibe.
Man. Yeah, that's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the music industry in the last 20 years has changed completely,
Tremendously.
right? Yeah, in every way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting time, right?
Yeah, and then it's like, all of like the great minds are on Instagram. All of the really like dope creators are on Instagram, and like everyone is doing the same thing right now. Like everyone is home. I mean, you know, just not doing nothing or working on stuff and just quietly moving and doing stuff. But it's just like, I guess everyone is just waiting for like something new. Like what's new? Like. Or how could I?
Dude,
how could I develop?
Man.
And meaning, like, just what's new, like in relationships, friendships, business situationships. Like, what's new? So everyone is in that space.
I mean, culture is different.
Culture is totally different because
I feel like the last year, culture has shifted a little bit.
Oh man,
in some way.
I love it though.
In a good way, a lot of good. Yeah,
I love it because what I've been seeing over the last. This whole year, how cultures have come together.
Yeah, the last 5 years too.
Man, it's been beautiful,
seriously,
bro.
Man,
so there is progress. I mean, there's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, it's one step backwards, 2 steps forward, kind of a thing.
It's totally. Yeah. But ultimately, there is change. I see it, and I know everybody else sees it. So it's like we are moving in the right direction. We just got to stay the course and just continue.
Yeah.
Like if anything, like social media has made that like more present, and we can see that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like encouraging.
Yeah. And a lot of times what brings us together is because we're all talented, and so like we're all like we all want to orbit around each other because I can learn from you. I have learned some stuff from you, some sticking. I can learn from you. You play the guitar. You play beautiful melodies. Like you guys can learn from me. So it's like that's how it should be. Like. When we're all isolated, it's like there's no growth.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
I feel that so much, man.
For real, for years, I didn't really do social media. Like I did barely for years, and then I was just one day I was like,
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the point of it because it's like.
I'm lucky that I guess it's funny. Like all the like the kids from like 2012 like have a lot of people that like they're already like into it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I remember when like Basic came out.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I started getting into it when Instagram first came out, like that was kind of like a golden.
I think I would have mastered.
But it's okay. It's still around.
Like if I would have understood the
how it works and shit.
Right. And like like 2012 or I don't know.
Like I remember when like suddenly every musician I knew started doing like 50 hashtags with the dot, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Bro, like 2012 because that's when my buddy Blake put me on to Instagram and like like around that time that was my first time coming to LA and I was like getting used to being on the scene in LA and I'm like okay Instagram and I didn't really know well, I just thought you just post some cool pics.
Yeah, me too.
But now that I've really had the time,
it was an interesting time. Still is.
But it's like I feel like I wasted so much time because I didn't know what it really was about, you know?
But me too,
But then I've been really like taking the proper channels to like learn about it now.
Yeah. What do you think it's going to be like in 20 years?
Oh my God. I think it's going to be so
just
much.
music industry?
Dude, you're just gonna look at someone and they're gonna hear the music in your head.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna work.
Yeah, just like
man, who knows?
Like how long do you think social media will be around? Be like a thing.
Well, that's
people
like a
go
part
on.
of everything now, man. That's like the internet, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Man, I think as much as the internet thrives, I think it's gonna thrive right with it. But I think there's gonna be even newer platforms.
Oh, most
because like you know how like the transition from MySpace to Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So I think there are gonna be even newer platforms.
Oh, for sure.
So I just want to be at a place where I can learn it quickly and get, like even now, really think about it, TikTok.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was Snapchat.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
that's true. We've already seen them.
Yeah, but Instagram has held through stronger than Snapchat, I would say.
Oh yeah, Instagram is
obviously.
Instagram takes everything.
Yeah, Instagram is
that one's pretty has a good strong hold.
Yeah, Instagram is definitely a major entity.
It is fascinating, dude.
Do you guys have Instagrams just for drums, like your professional Instagram?
I do, and I started.
Really?
I did that because like I had one page.
Oh, you have a different one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's for like my like an artist page.
Yeah,
for, like my
that's
music
cool.
and stuff. But then I was like, I wasn't posting anything about drums because it's like I'm not just trying to show people.
Yeah,
that I play the
exactly.
drums.
I see this is a nice guy looking today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I got to the point where it's like, all right, if I'm gonna really do a drum page, all right, I'm like put up some real content.
What's your Instagram?
It's LQ_drums with an S.
Nice. I'm gonna follow you.
You know what's weird about social media? But it's kind of cool. Is you get to see like behind the scenes a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you watch like behind the scenes making of Star Wars. Or something.
Totally.
But then I feel like it sort of it adds something because it's interesting to see that, but then it kind of takes away from something.
It takes away from the mystery of it.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of like, I mean.
But it's cool, you know.
But you know what? Like I think the element of mystery is kind of over with because
a little bit.
Because we know so much and there's so much access to information.
Yeah.
There's a lot of access to things that you don't know that you can find out instantly.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, we're like cyborgs.
Yeah, bro. Like the generation, like people, like teens and like children from the '90s. They were like very like mysterious, like not mysterious,
and the artists too.
but like I mean like imaginative.
Yeah.
They were very imaginative. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And so because it's like there was no answers for the things that they were imagining, so they just was like, you know, they were just letting their intuition just kind of build this, you know. Build this like mural of what it is, right?
Yeah.
But now we know everything, so it's like, again, we can find out shit in a minute.
Yeah, I remember when I was like a kid, if like someone took a photograph of you, like that's it, right? You just waited. But then my mom's a preschool teacher, and like when she takes photographs of her kids, they'll run up and be like, "Can I see the picture? Like, do I look good in it?"
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
it's the mindset.
Yeah, it's like wired for that shit.
Yeah, because they know now. Like, I mean, I have kids.
Yeah.
I have kids, and all of my kids have devices.
Yeah.
Tablets.
Yeah.
My two older sons have iPhones.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so like, and then, you know, my older sons, like my sons, they're into like the gaming world.
Yeah.
So like they have the headset and they're in it.
Yeah.
So it's like their processing is
one day virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're processing. Yeah, because
they're processing shit at a faster, more like
just more complexity.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Dude, is it possible? Like, I know so many people that are like, my kid's not gonna have a phone. Is that possible? Like, do you think?
It's impossible. Because, like,
kind of like
what do you say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's hard, and it's like, why, like, you know, I don't know.
Today's world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's expected. That's like, my kid's not gonna watch TV.
Yeah.
It's also because you gotta communicate with them, and everyone else has a phone.
So, okay, so check this out.
Yeah.
My oldest son,
I'm not a parent.
he has Cash App.
Okay. Really?
He has Cash App.
I don't have Cash App.
You know what? And it's cool for me because it's like he hangs out. You know, he hangs out, or if he's with his aunties or if he's with his cousins and they're out, he can buy what he wants.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not about that you're only 12 years old.
Yeah.
It's like about that
that utility.
Yeah,
like, they don't have a tool.
Yeah, and then it's like everything is on his phone. So he follows me on Instagram. He's liking.
Yeah.
You know, his awareness is.
What's cool also, you're like, you could follow each other, so that's cool. Like, I don't know.
Turn that GPS function on.
Yeah.
Right. Total GPS function.
You said you were at the library.
Yeah, but it's just it's amazing, man. We live in an amazing world.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just unfortunate that you know we have people in higher places that's trying to like do weird things to taint that.
Yeah.
You know, because this world is already amazing. Just leave it alone. Just. Simply,
it is a pretty cool world.
Simply leave it alone. You know, people are starting.
It's a cool time.
People are starting to understand the bigger picture, and when that's happening, you don't want to screw things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like when everyone is getting on the same page, even okay, let's not think globally, but just like in the community,
America.
just know, like just in a community, us.
Yeah.
Once the three of us make up in our mind that we're gonna do something together and we're gonna see it through.
Yeah, don't be the guy.
Don't be the guy to screw it up because we're on the same page and we're gonna win.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna do it because we made a conscious decision to come together and do it.
Yeah. Just don't be that guy.
Just don't be that guy.
I don't know.
Right?
Just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
The negative guy.
Yeah. Or just come in with some bullshit.
Yeah.
Just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so guys, this is my problem.
Everybody wants peace and just love.
Yeah, some people just love drama too.
Yeah.
I'm not about that.
It's good to share if you have some issues sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, you should.
Sometimes it's like, dude, come on, let me be. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
How do you get signature sticks, drumsticks? How does that work?
Oh well, man, I've
Dude,
just been blessed to like do some work to where it's like reputable enough to hit up a company and be like, hey man, I've been playing for years. Could you? And they were like, yeah, sure.
Oh, that's so dope.
They laced me up, man, and I'm grateful for that. Solo beat drumsticks.
They sound sick.
Shouts out to Solo beat.
They feel really nice.
Yeah.
For sure,
dude.
So, dude, you want to sit and like just do like some drum shit? Yeah, just for the videos, and then we can add our buddy here.
Yeah, dude. Dude, Sean, there's a guitar amp.
Word. But you guys should just get some shit for the video real quick.
Can I hit that?
Hit that.